found it. Also, was this?
Testing, testing, testing.
I see it, John. It's red here. Yep, that's it. Try now. That's it. Yeah, John, it was red, so yeah, that was it. Yeah, and it was taking up all the volume right here.
Have they called in and given their information to Ryan?
Once again, Council President, they have not been able to call in. So the last you said that they were gonna, we could provide numbers for them to be called.
Did you do that?
I did not, because you did not tell me what the decision was gonna be made. I mean, it's nothing for me to send in numbers. Everybody's sitting right here. I can easily.
Yeah, Councilman Jack, I don't want you to think that I'm not. My request was to give the information to Ryan, so after we come out of executive session, after we vote on the items pertaining to the city's business, we can, open up the suspension of the public portion so we can hear from those residents. But we need to have that information to Madam Clerk or to Ryan so that we can hear from them. But we want them to be able to be vetted through the system. So if you can give those numbers over while we're awaiting to go into vote on these items, that will be great. But I want to take these items first because we have our lawyers and we need to make sure that we save the city revenue if at all possible.
Yeah, Council President, I got another idea if it's possible.
Yes, Councilman Velez.
Okay, knowing that there's a problem with that number, they could call to 973-321-1101, press 3. Madam Clerk will receive it here. Is a speaker phone. They put the microphone there, and they could state their name and
I'm not able to answer the phone while I'm on the meeting, Councilman.
She can't do that.
Oh, okay. I just.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to accommodate the residents, but unfortunately, to go outside of the process on the virtual while we're in virtual, it's a little difficult. So we want to hear from the residents, but if we can get them to call in or numbers to be given for the 2 or 3 speakers, we will do that. But I would like us to go open up back into our special meeting, Madam Clerk, first. Let's vote on these items, and then by that time, we should have phone numbers for those 3 residents that we can hear from those residents, and we'll take the suspension or lift the suspension for public portion. But at this time, Madam Clerk, can we open the special meeting back up, please?
Yes, Madam President. So the meeting, the special meeting is opened, and we will resume with resolution number 8. That resolution number 8 is a resolution authorizing settlement of pending workers' comp claim in the matter of Jessica Amarante versus City of Paterson. It's a law resolution number 20443.
So move.
Moved by Councilman Velez.
Corporation Counsel, I just wanted to double check if we needed to do the that roll call vote that we didn't do before we go into the voting.
Yes,
Sure, we can do that. Let's go back, Madam Clerk.
Okay.
Madam Clerk, can you do a roll call as we open back up the special meeting before we go into voting on these items, please?
Yeah, question for Corporation Counsel. Can I just collectively do items 2 through, items 2 through number 8?
The items that were involved in the closed session, yes.
Okay. So roll call on items 2 through number 7 for executive session. Councilman Abdulaziz?
Yes.
Councilman,
There's a problem here.
Councilman Chahardi? Councilwoman Cotton?
Are we going through the executive session, or are we gonna start voting on item number 8?
Councilwoman, there was no roll call to go into executive session on these items, so I'm just making sure for the record it's taken before we move on to voting.
Okay. My vote is yes.
Councilman Jackson? Councilman Jackson? Councilman Charity? Councilman Velez? Councilman Velez?
This is to open back the meeting, right?
No, what we're doing, Councilman Velez, at this point, there was no roll call called for the executive session, so we're making sure that we cemented on record that we have a roll call. So we're just going into the roll call to make sure it's cemented for the executive session that we have placed.
Backwards? Okay. No problem. Yes, my vote is yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Charity? Okay.
Councilman Gilman?
Stand is not on.
Yes, he's there.
Yeah,
Councilman
he's
Gilman?
there.
Councilman Charity?
We're just a roll call, Councilman Gilman.
Oh, yes, here, I'm sorry.
Your vote is yes. Okay, thank you. Councilman Jackson, is he on?
He's,
I'm on, Madam Clerk.
Okay. If you're voting.
Yes, I said yes, Madam Clerk.
Council President,
yes, Madam Clerk.
so the vote is 6 yeses, 2 absent, and let the record reflect that the third ward is vacant.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Can we go to item number 8?
Yes, Madam President. It's a motion to move.
Can I have a motion on number 8?
Move.
Moved by Councilman Velez. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gilman Chowdhury. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Roll call on item number 8 for approval. Councilman Abdelaziz.
Oh, where they at?
Councilman Abdelaziz. Councilman Charity.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Stay.
Councilman Jackson.
He abstained, Madam Clerk.
Abstain. Councilman Velez.
Yes.
Madam President.
Yes.
Oh, she will H.
So the votes are 4 yeses, 1 abstention, 2 absent, and let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 9.
Item number 8 is hereby adopted.
Item number 9, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Council President. Item number 9 is a resolution authorizing municipal council executive or closed session in or adjoining the city council chambers, 155 Market Street, to discuss pending workers' comp claim in the matter of Jose Toledo versus the city of Paterson, Resolution 20-438.
Move.
Moved by Councilman Velez, second by Councilman Gilman. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Roll call on item number 9. Councilman Abdelaziz,
Yes.
Councilman Charity,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton, Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Jackson,
Abstain.
Councilman Velez,
Yes.
Council President.
Yes.
So the votes are 5 yeses, 1 abstention, 2 absent, and let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant. Item number 9 is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 10, please.
Item number 10 is resolution authorizing a municipal council executive or closed session in or adjoining the city council chambers, 155 Market Street, to discuss pending workers' comp claim in the matter of Jose Torres versus City of Paterson, Law Resolution 20-439.
Move. I want to do this one.
Moved by Councilman Velez, second. Second by Councilman Gilman. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Madam President. Roll call on item number 10. Councilman Abdelaziz,
Yes.
Councilman Chihardi,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton,
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Say yes, Councilman.
Yes.
Councilman Velez.
Let the record reflect that this is not the former mayor of the city of Paterson. Jose Joy Torres is a police officer. My vote is yes.
Madam President,
Yes, Madam Clerk.
the votes are 6 yeses, 2 absent. Let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant. Item number 10 is hereby adopted.
Thanks, Madam Clerk. Item number 11, please.
Item number 11 is resolution authorizing a municipal council executive or closed session in or adjoining the city council chambers, 155 Market Street, to discuss pending workers' compensation claim in the matter of Renee Alicia versus City of Paterson, Law Resolution 20440.
Move.
Moved by Councilman, was that Al?
Second.
Who moved the motion, please?
Who made the
Me.
move?
I move it.
Okay, moved by Councilman Velez, second by Councilwoman Cotton. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Roll call on item number 11. Councilman Abdelaziz. Councilman Chaherdy.
Yes.
Okay, was that Councilman Abdelaziz?
Yes, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Chaherdy?
Yes.
Councilman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman Velez?
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes.
the votes are 6 yeses, 2 absent, and let the record reflect the third ward is currently vacant. Item number 11 is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 12, please.
Item number 12 is resolution authorizing municipal council, executive or closed session in or adjoining the city council chambers, 155 Market Street, to discuss pending workers' compensation claim in the matter of Michael Gallo versus City of Paterson.
Move.
Moved by Councilman Velez, second.
Second.
Second by Councilman Gilman. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Roll call on item number 12. Councilman Abdelaziz.
Yes.
Councilman Chaherdy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Yes.
Councilman Velez.
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes, Madam Clerk.
votes are 6 yeses, 2 absent, and let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant. Item number 12 is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 13, please.
Item number 13 is resolution authorizing settlement of pending workers' compensation claim in the matter of Jessica Amarante versus City of Paterson.
Did we get a motion?
We did that one already.
It should be Mark Chandler, Madam Clerk.
I'm sorry. Sorry, it's March, I'm sorry. It's I'm so sorry. Resolution authorizing settlement of pending litigation claim in the matter of Mark Chandler versus City of Paterson.
Can I get a motion?
Move.
Moved by Councilman Velez, second.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Cotton and Councilman Gilman. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Roll call on item number 12. Councilman Abdelaziz.
Oh, golly. Oh, wow.
Councilwoman Cotton, you're not muted, Councilwoman Cotton.
You okay, Councilwoman?
Yeah, let me get up. I gotta get up.
You want to check on it?
She okay?
Can we continue the roll call, Madam Clerk?
Okay, I will, Councilman. So roll call on item number 13. Councilman Abdelaziz? Okay.
Council President, are we able to take a pause a moment? I'm sorry.
Let's, okay.
Are you okay?
One second. Can we take a quick,
Okay.
can you mute your phone, Councilman Gilman, please?
Item number 8. Where's number 8? Let's see.
Okay, I'm back, Councilwoman, Council President. I'm back.
Okay, as long as you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Madam Clerk. Can we continue with the roll call? We have a motion by Councilman Velez and a second by Councilwoman Cotton and Councilman Gilman. Can we go into the roll call, Madam Clerk? Madam Clerk?
Sorry, I was muted. Roll call on item number 13. Councilman Abdelaziz? Councilman Abdelaziz? Councilman Charity?
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Sorry, Madam Clerk, which item are we voting on?
Item number 13.
Number 13, Councilman.
Read the title? I don't have an agenda.
Okay, item number 13 is a resolution authorizing settlement of pending litigation claim in the matter of Mark Chandler versus City of Paterson.
All right, Madam Clerk, my vote is yes.
Okay, thank you, Councilman. Councilman Velez?
My vote is yes, yes.
Councilman Abdelaziz?
He's not on, Madam Clerk.
Okay. Madam President?
My vote is yes.
So the votes are 5 yeses, 3 absent, and let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant. Item number 13 is hereby adopted.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, I have a question. Have we received the information with the call-in information? I know based on Council President's request, and I know Ryan has worked tirelessly on the new process, and we tested it. I was here early, and it was working. Have we received the information for those residents to call in number?
I'll have to check my email. Would you just bear with me? Let me check my email, please.
Yes.
agree. That's the quality of life in front of the city hall.
Madam Clerk? Madam Clerk?
Council President, there is an email from Councilman Jackson with 4 names. I will print it out and I'm giving it to Ryan to see how he will best make contact with the residents. In the meantime, we have one caller for the public portion waiting and queue to be called on.
So Madam Clerk, at this time, I would like to lift the suspension on the public portion. Motion?
Second.
Madam Clerk?
Council President,
Yes,
public portion is now open.
thank you. Madam Clerk, can you introduce the first speaker?
The first person is Haiti Maziano. Could you give us a couple minutes so we will get her on?
Madam President,
Hello?
yeah, before the speaker,
Wait, Councilman Velez, the speaker is on.
I know, to state their name and address, please. for the
Yes,
record.
When they come on, they'll say it, Councilman.
I hear someone on. Ms. Maggiano?
Yes, hi, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening, Ms. Maggiano. May you state your name and your address for the record, please?
Sure. My name is Haiti Maggiano. We have a restaurant located on 197 Market Street in Paterson, New Jersey.
Thank you. Ms. Maggiano, our clerk, will set the timer. There is a time limit to the public portion. Please, can you address the council at this time?
Yes, thank you for taking the time to listen to me tonight, Council. We are restaurant owners in Paterson for almost 20 years now. We're located at 197 Market Street in Paterson, New Jersey. We own a liquor license as well in the town of Paterson. I'm calling tonight because of the ongoing issues we've been having with outdoor seating. We've been denied and summoned for having tables outside. We've applied for all applicable permits through the town, and we've gone by the book since day one, and yet we're still being denied. And under the extreme circumstances, and given the inability to have 100 or so customers inside, we're just requesting to barely have a few tables outside. This would barely get us by with all the expenses that we currently have. You know, we're at a critical stage at the moment, and I'm just calling for help to see if we could get approved to just have a few tables outside, even if we're not selling alcohol.
Thank you, Ms. Maggiano. Are you done?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Madam BA, Madam Long, can you make sure we get the telephone number for Mrs. Maggiano to look into what happened with her application and why it was not processed or what the situation is? We'll make sure we have your phone number, Ms. Maggiano. We'll give you a call in the morning just to review what has been presented to us as a city, and then we'll give further details. Madam Long, someone from her office, they will give you a call tomorrow.
Yes, if we could pass along that information to Ryan or Madam Clerk to make sure I get that would be great.
Madam Clerk, can you send that information to Madam BA and make sure you copy me on it? I want to make sure that we follow up to ensure that this restaurant owner gets some immediate resolve.
Yes.
Madam President.
Yes, Madam President.
Yes, Councilman Velez?
Thank you.
Yeah, Madam President, I would like to have the corporate council highlight us with this situation. This is not a situation that is not, the administration is not aware. They are working on some issues that have arisen and some confusion between the law and what is allowed. So have Madam Corporate Counsel, because the viewer is there and probably she could hear what's going on and they could give a highlight just in case somebody has other concern, they could give it too.
Thank you, Councilman Velez. Madam Corporation Counsel?
Council President, Chief McCall, McCall Fisher and I actually met with a constituent yesterday regarding this very similar issue. I don't know if it was this caller, and I don't have the constituent complaint form in front of me. However, we do know that is an issue that we are working on an issue and should actually have a resolve for the issue by tomorrow. That is what we're trying to correct, because there have been concerns about folks with liquor licenses potentially selling alcohol outside. The caller, I don't know if she was the one who had the issue or is one who's selling alcohol outside. I highly doubt it. However, we are correcting the issue. So Chief of Staff Fisher and I will work on that, and we will figure out that issue tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Ms. Maggiano, you will receive a phone call tomorrow. Thank you for calling in. Madam Clerk, are there any other speakers? Are they ready?
There is another speaker. Let me get Ryan to cue that person up, please.
Okay.
Council President,
Yes, Councilman Jackson.
just relative to the caller's complaint, it's absolutely, it's a very big concern of mine, because we've done so much to hinder business, but yet and still we're not offering compensation and or relief for these business owners who are going to be demanded to pay full taxation. We're already 3-4 months into a pandemic, and there's other people who are being allowed to do certain things. This administration needs to understand that these people, not only do they need to take care of their tax bills to the city, but they have families to take care of as well. And the fact that we're this far in and we still have people with these types of concerns, it's just it's very alarming. So it's actually disgusting.
Thank you, Councilman Jackson. Point well taken. Madam Clerk, is the next speaker ready?
Ryan is queuing that person up. Hold a minute for me, please.
Council President,
Yes, Councilman First.
and picking up the situation from the caller, the administration is aware since Monday, and over the weekend, a lot of these businesses, some of them that fit the same category of the other restaurant are allowed, the other one is not. The borders are allowed to do it, the inside city is not allowed. So the administration had to work fast and diligent, because these people want to take further action, and I don't want this administration to fall into any legal standard. You know what I'm saying? Because we're here to save taxpayer money at this point.
Yes, and they'll definitely work on it tomorrow. So I will definitely I'll be reviewing it as well. Madam Clerk, are we ready for the next speaker?
Madam President, Ryan is unable to reach that speaker who had called in earlier. He's now trying to queue up some of Councilman Jackson's callers that were sent in. Mildred McCoy is on the line right now. Is waiting in queue to be speaking.
Okay.
Just give us 1 minute, please.
Madam Clerk, is this one of the speakers that Councilman Jackson has requested?
Yes, Madam President.
Okay.
Hello?
She's on now, Madam President.
Hi, Ms. McCoy.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, so I have a few issues with the city of Paterson. And one of my biggest issues is having brown water to drink breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can't bathe in this. You can't do anything with this water. I don't know. Can you see that clear?
I can see. Can you state your address, Ms. McCoy?
It's 163 Granite Avenue.
Granite Avenue. Okay, yes, we can see it.
Okay, so this is the water that the residents around here waking up with every morning. You can't wash your clothes. You can't take a bath in this. I mean, it's horrible. My skin is breaking out. I've reached out to the water company. No help.
Mims, I did reach out to you also about this issue. Ms. Cotton, I reached out to you. You led me back to Mike Jackson. It's just like I'm getting a runaround and nothing's being done. The second problem is all the blasting that's taken neighborhood. My foundation is cracking from every place in there is to split. I mean, I can't even walk outside without something being split in my yard. The ground is split up. The foundation around my home is split up. I'm constantly doing repairs. And for the lawyer that's for the city of Paterson, I thought it was really like, you know, what a thing to say to the residents here. How about if you get a tax break? And so what are we supposed to do? Get a break but still have dirty water to drink, and our property is being destroyed left and right, and nobody's doing anything about it, and every time you come down here, you're being shipped off to the next person. I'm quite sure none of you want to wake up and drink this water. We're constantly buying water left and right just to drink and cook. You can't cook with this. You can't do anything with this water. And the city of Paterson hasn't even reached out and said, well, let me go through there and get some water out. None of that's happened at all. Mike Jackson came out, made sure that the residents have good water to drink that night. We're doing a little bit better now, but that's going to run out. What are we going to do then? I have to buy water to drink, water to wash with, another case of water to rewash my white clothing because everything comes out yellow. I don't think any of you wake up with this problem every morning. And if you do, I mean, what are you doing about it? Because it's just not this block. If you go on these blogs, you see everybody is complaining about this water, but nobody's doing anything. It's like you're sitting there and you're going, okay, next. It's like we don't matter, but you have to understand, we put you in those places. We voted for you. I know I did. I voted for a couple of you standing there. Nothing's been done. Nobody's reached out to me. So what do we do about this? Are we just going to keep, you know, just barely being able to wash? I've had to go to the emergency room because I broke out so bad. Hello?
Yes. Are you finished?
Yeah, I am. You know,
Okay.
maybe-
So I just want to say to you that it's very unfortunate that you're going through that situation. I was not aware of the brown water situation. So, you know, let me apologize. I spoke in regards to an issue with the planning board. There were some concerns regarding that. What I will do, I will make sure, Madam Clerk, can you make sure you send me a phone number? I'm not sure if all the callers are calling for the same thing. I will ensure that I will get someone from the Water Commission. I will get someone over there tomorrow. I'm not sure what the issue is with the water and why it's brown. They've been doing flush out systems all over the city where they've been putting the lock on the fire hydrant and giving instructions, but I'm not really.
Okay, now you just mentioned about they've been flushing the city. That's the same lie they have been saying for years, because when this first happened to me, the water company actually paid me.
But let me
all the
finish.
damages.
Let me finish. We're in the middle of public portion. So once you've spoken, there's no rebuttal. So I just want to be clear. There's a new system that was done through the Water Commission where they have different locks and filters that they placed recently within a few months ago that they put on the fire hydrants throughout the city of Paterson. They also gave out letters to give instructions on how to flush it properly. There were some other areas and other wards that I personally dealt with, and we got it resolved. So I have your address. I just sent information over, and they told me that they will be there tomorrow morning to check your location. I apologize that you've been going through this. It's very unfortunate. But they have been doing this new, it's something new they've been working on. But I have your information, Madam Clerk. Please make sure you send me the phone number as well, to do a follow-up on tomorrow. I will also come over there and bring some cases of water for the residents to make sure until this is resolved, you have at least some clean water, over in your neighborhood. So my apologies for that. Councilwoman Cotton, and then we're gonna go to the next caller. So I have your number. I will be reaching out to you, okay? Councilwoman Cotton?
Oh, thank you. To Ms. McCoy, I heard Councilwoman Khan said that she reached out to, she just reached out to someone just now, but, I'm gonna reach out to the engineer. I've been there for 2 months now to let him know. I'm not quite sure the radius of the area that's getting the brown water. Is it 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks? And it's something that's causing it to be brown. So I find that, the engineer, I'm gonna reach out to the engineer that I spoke to there, to see what's happening on Granite Avenue over there with you, with the brown water. Because it's probably in a safe, I say 4 or 5 block area, maybe, because you don't know if it has exceeded beyond your blocks that you live on. So I will get the number from Councilwoman Mims. I'm gonna reach out to the engineer in the morning, that you have the situation over there on Granite Avenue, with this groundwater. You say you've been having it for quite some time now. No one has ever called me about the brown water, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this for you, Ms. McCoy. I'm gonna speak to the engineer, because the engineer knows what is going on, so. And I'll reach out to, Councilwoman Mims, and I'll get the number from her.
Madam President?
Councilman Velez?
Just quick, I understand that they directing us as council people, and you trying to resolve it from here and texting somebody. Madam Rowicott is doing the same thing. I want to know if the administration is taking note. This is something that the administration had to be on top of it right away. You know, it's good that we are the legislator and we are here to advocate for our constituents. But where's the administration? Are they taking notes? Are they going to say we're going to get on it? Are we going to work with the, because it's good that we go send this text message to them, but, you know, we want to make sure the administration is aware of what's going on and they're doing the diligence to resolve this situation right away. Especially when she's talking about her lot is opening. I don't know if she's close to the river, if this is one of the properties go buy back property that she had to get compensated by the flooding of Irene or all that stuff. You know, there's some things that needs to look into it and get compensation the right way, because she can complain for taxes.
I totally agree. I was going to refer to Madam BA at the end, because there are 4 people from the same location. So I didn't want her to speak and then have to keep repeating herself. So we have 3 other people from the same location, Madam BA. So I'll let, as you're taking notes, I'll have you come on after. Madam Clerk, can we have the second speaker?
Yes, Council President. Miss Janet Bug is lined up to be the next speaker.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, Mother Bug. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. As you know, my name is Jeanette Bug. I live on Ryerson Ave in Paterson. As most of you know, I'm the grandmother of Nazira Bug that was murdered on Clinton Street over 5 years ago. Now, my family, along with the Collins family, adopted Collins Park on Presidential Boulevard. We've been cleaning it every week, trying to keep it up so the neighborhood and children can have a place to play basketball and cookout, in which they do. Every weekend, this park is full. Now, tonight, I'm calling about that park. I have talked, as Councilman Woman Mims know, I have talked to her, and she did give me some feedback, and I'm going to stay in touch with her. But I have talked to the mayor, I have talked to Councilman Jackson, I have emailed Congressman Bill Pastorell and Assemblywoman Nellie Bull. Now, in the park, back of the basketball court, the homeless, the addicts, stays back there at night. Now, that fence has been cut in a couple of places back there. I guess so they can get by the river during the day. It's a danger for our kids. Now, if a child should wander over and fall down in those rocks or down in that river, it would be a tragedy. If there should be pedophiles looking out for at our kids or women's making a shortcut through there, I'm afraid something may happen.
Correct.
Now, there is no lighting back there. The lighting is broken. We cleaned up needles, we cleaned up condoms, pillows, cardboards that's been dumped back there. My granddaughter monument is back there, Councilman Mims, as you know. It's behind the bleachers. They poop on her monument. They are under the bleachers pooping. There's work there that has to be done, and it has to be done now. So I'm calling tonight to ask y'all, ask the city, please help us with that park. Please help us with that fence so no child will get hurt back there. It needs some work did back there, but it needs work all over it because we have people from New York coming over that sleep in there that on Saturday morning we have to wake them up just to get out of the park so we can clean it. So I'm asking you all to please help us to keep this park the way it is so our kids would have a safe place to play and have family outing. So I'm finished.
Thank you. Thank you. I call you Mama Bug, but thank you, Ms. Bug.
Yes.
What I want to do, I'll call you in the morning to see if you're free. I want to come and take some pictures. I know we worked with the county in the past with the gate. So Madam BA, I saw her take notes, but I want to come and do some photos and do a walkthrough if you're free tomorrow morning. I will do that with you as well. Madam BA is on and she'll speak to that, and she will also get your phone number from our clerk. That way the administration can reach out to you. But I want to come there and take some photos and do, I know we did something with the gate before. With the county, they worked with us with the gate. So we'll just come through, take some photos and do a tour in the morning, and then we'll get back to you, okay?
Madam President?
Okay.
Council President.
Councilman Velez and then Councilman Jackson.
Madam President, if it's possible, when you take those pictures, I was going to visit the site after the afternoon tomorrow, but if you take the
Okay, so let's
pictures.
synchronize our time and we'll go
Yeah,
together.
and also to put it as a memorandum to the committee of DPW for follow-up of the work in progress on that. Make sure that is being followed up with the DPW, making sure that everything's done the proper way.
Yes, we could go together. You can pick me up, Councilman Velez, in the Batmobile.
I'm doing COVID. I'm doing 6.
I'll sit in the back. Put your advisor up.
Okay,
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Council President. First of all, to the family, Ms. Bug, I'm extremely disappointed that you have to experience that. Not just you, but the rest of our community. I reported this to the administration when we spoke 2-3 weeks ago, and I commend you for the work that you do. But it's disheartening that the members of the community have to come out and do the job that's bestowed upon the city. I mean, we pay enormous amount of money in taxes. Residents should not have to continue to go out and do the work that this administration is being paid for. We have a number of different people in this administration that make 6-figure salaries, and there's a great burden that's put on the community, and it's very unfortunate. We already know these things. We know these issues. As I reported the fence at the new park at Buckley Park, just to put it on record, because Ms. Bug lives in Brookslow, and there was a new facility put there, and the fencing that was put around Buckley Park was never replaced, and it was damaged further after the storm. So these are very small fixes. The members of the community, especially our seniors, which Ms. Bug is, should not be out maintaining, cleaning, and or having to wake people up and wake, undesirable people, homeless people up who are sleeping in a park. I mean, that's the job of the administration. So I know, Madam President, you said you were going to allow the VA an opportunity to answer to my constituents over here at this moment. But I think that we should hear from the administration. It's one thing to take a tour and go snap pictures of it, but we already know what the issues are. When are the issues going to be fixed? That's the first ward as well. And I mean, do I have to go out and hire a sub crew to go out and take care of that as well, Madam VA? I mean, I'm curious of when is this issue going to be taken care of?
Well, Councilman Jackson, I'm going to allow Madam BA to speak at the end. I'm not asking Mama Bug. Mama Bug doesn't have to go out with me. I'm going to go out with Councilman Velez, who is the DPW chair. I am a councilwoman at large to assess, and as you know, parks was one of the things that I brought to this administration to assess all the parks and develop a master parks plan. So I just want to ensure whatever the issues are, that we have them detailed and outlined appropriately so that when we're giving them to the administration, that it's very clear what our ask is. It's one thing to say do this or that, but there may be some bigger things, and we're able to identify what they are in totality. Councilman Velez and I know he'll have his flashlight, and I have mine too, and we'll do the extra that's needed for the administration just to get it done. Next speaker, Madam Clerk.
Yes, Madam President, Mr. Oscar Rueda is on the line. He's next to be the speaker.
Thank you. Mr. Oscar, could you just repeat your name and give us your address, Mr. Oscar Rueda, please?
He was just hung up on. Oh, listen.
Did he get disconnected?
Is he disconnected?
You said he got disconnected. Can we get the other speaker on while we're waiting to reconnect Mr. Oscar Rueda, please?
Well, the next speaker who will be in line is Othniel Palmer, but I guess they're also disconnected.
Or both of the speakers are disconnected?
They have to call back into the line. Can they call back in?
Are you on? I think I hear him. Are you on, Mr. Rueda?
I'm on.
Okay, Mr. Rueda is on. Could you say your name and address, please?
Hello, my name is Oscar Rueda, address 170 Granite Avenue. So the issue with my property would be the blasting. The blasting, you feel it more and more. I've had my neighbor basically wake up to his garage being 10 feet under. And I think that also has to do with the piping. The blasting, you can feel it so much that I'm sure that all the new things you guys are doing with the water, as far as flushing it, I understand you are flushing it. And if you guys know, anything that is built before 1960 was steel and it was dipped in zinc that had impurities as lead. So just imagine some of those pipes still being in function and the rust that builds up. Yes, you guys are flushing that, but with the blasting on top of the old steel pipes, that can contaminate our water, which it is already, as we can see. I'm pretty sure if we do samples of that, we will find lead. And talking from a father, I have a 3-year-old, for me to tell my son not to ingest no water when he's taking a shower and just worried about that whole situation, it's something that I think no parent would like to live day by day with that type of situation. And as far as the blasting, it's felt. I think more and more. I'm not sure if the foundation is getting weaker, but I've had TVs literally fall off the wall. And that could also be another cause of concern. If you have children, it could fall on somebody, and somebody can end up hurting the hospital. So those are my concerns. But I'm pretty sure that everyone behind me has very similar and would add on to that.
Thank you, Mr. Rueda. I know there's one more call, but I just want to bring clarity. The city of Paterson is not flushing. It is the Passaic Valley Water Commission. So it's not the city that's flushing the water system. It is the Passaic Valley Water Commission, which is a different entity. So I just want to be clear that it's not the city of Paterson, but anything that flows or happens in the city, we have to make sure that it's done properly for our residents. So we're gonna have our business administrator address it as well with the blasting, piping, and the issues that are going on in that area. So Madam BA, I'm sure you have it. I see her shaking her head.
Council President.
We'll have her address it in a few minutes.
Council President.
Councilman Velez?
I just want to bring also clarification on the flushing. The flushing that the Water Commission is performing in a fire hydrant is because with the COVID-19, a lot of businesses was closed and a lot of public building was closed and the water was not the same usage. So to be able to not get a contaminated water into the house pipes, they had to flush the system to be able to flush it like if it was a normal business and everybody was operating. But it's not because the water is bad or nothing at all. There was a process to do it because of COVID-19. There was a lot of businesses closed. There was a lot of public building closed, and they needed to flush the water to be able to have a process like if it was normal business on it. It's not like nothing was wrong on it and nothing like that. Regarding the pipes, the changing of the PCNG lines and all the work that they're doing is not our responsibility, is other agency working on it.
Council President?
Councilman Jackson?
Very good. Thank you, Council President. So, first and foremost, I want to just make a point of clarity and just put on record so that the rest of the public can understand. The members that I'm sitting with, I mean, they have done their due diligence. They're very knowledgeable residents. They're not, they're very inclined to understand who exactly is responsible for what. So they have placed a number of complaints with the Passaic Valley Water Commission. They've also placed their complaints with the mining company or the blasting company that's doing the blasting above. The reason for tonight's effort is to inform the administration because the mayor I just want to make a point of clarity for the general public to understand. We understand that the city of Paterson is not doing the flushing, but the Passaic Valley Water Commission, as Councilwoman Cotton is, every municipality, which is Paterson, Passaic, and Clifton, has board members who are appointed by the administration because the Passaic Valley Water Commission is overseen by our municipality. So the residents who pay taxes to have services provided, we have a system in place that is supposed to entitle them to clean and safe water. So the reason for them coming here tonight is to make this administration, who has appointees who sit on the board, and which they're lucky, but they're fortunate because they also get to have a council person here who's also a board member on the Passaic Valley Water Commission to understand what their issues are. We've also sent water to be tested because we understand that there's an opportunity for their families to potentially, much like in Flint, Michigan, to be subjected to poor lead and water conditions. So we know, and the residents here, we all know that Paterson does not do the flushing. We understand who's responsible for providing the water, but we also understand that there's appointees by the municipality because ultimately the municipalities collectively are accountable. So we're expecting for our representatives there to do the right thing to make sure that these people have safe, clean drinking water to be able to cook and clean and wash their clothes with. That's why they're here. So I know we have 2 more speakers.
Thank you.
But I just wanted to make that point clear. They don't need to be told who does the flushing. They understand that. They want to know what is the result and when can they expect to have clean, usable water for their households. That's the question.
Thank you, Councilman Jackson. Councilwoman Cotton.
As I said, I've been there for 2 months now, and I said to them that I was going to go and talk to the engineer, but just to let everyone know out there, Mayor Andre Sayer, first appointment to the Passaic Delta Water was Ed Cotton. There's two appointments that's been there from Joey Torres, and you cannot replace them until their time has expired. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let them know, and maybe they didn't know, the two appointments that were there before that, that there was a problem over there on Granite Avenue. Maybe they knew, maybe they don't, but I'm gonna find out because I said in January 2020, even though the mayor's been mayor July 1st, 2018, Eddie Cott was his first appointment in 2020, so that was almost a year and a half later. I'm gonna let them know the two appointments, what's going on Granite Avenue. I will let them know.
Madam President,
Councilman Cotton.
Madam President.
Councilman Velez, and then I want to move to our
Correct.
last speaker.
You know, we understand that the constituents of First Ward are bringing this concern today. We was not aware of the, and then they be showing the bottled water. We know that this area was suffered with a storm a lot of trees came down. We don't know if that's a product of that. I don't know how long this has been going on. We have found out this today because councilmen have brought it up. But when I say, and I give this little literature about the process of the water is because not to demeanor the constituent complaint is that when he addressed us, he addressed it, you guys, you do this and you do that. So we want to make sure that it's good too that we receive the concerns and we receive the complaint. But when you guys do this, is assuming that we are the one responsible for that, and it's not.
Thank you, Councilman Velez. Madam Clerk, can we have the last speaker, please?
Actually, there are two more speakers who are queued up, Council President.
Okay, can you present them, please?
Sure. Mr. Othniel Palmer is next. Just give it a minute, please. Mr. Palmer, are you there? Mr. Palmer, hit *3 to get into the queue, please.
Mr. Palmer, hit *3. Mr. Palmer, are you on?
I think the microphone is mute.
The microphone is muted.
No, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay, oh yeah. My name is Othniel Palmer, 168 Granite Avenue, Paterson, New Jersey. So adding to what the other neighbors said, we have been having this issue, and it's not just since the storm. I've been living here since 2013, and periodically, I mean, more often than necessary, I mean, the water's been brown. So the thing is having children, for them to go to the tap, or if they were supposed to be making tea, I mean, you catch water in the kettle, but if you're not looking at it, I mean, how many times have we drank this water looking like this? The only reason why we kind of notice it is because when you then use the bathroom to take a shower, or if, as they mentioned, doing laundry, then the water comes out as it is. One of the other issues is that my house, as I said, renovated it 2013 into 14 completely, and all my walls are cracked. So this blasting, I think, is what is causing this issue. So it might not be, of course, the responsibility of Paterson, but the blasting is in the neighboring district, Haledon. But what can we do for the neighbors here? Because the houses are getting worse. I mean, for me, spending so much money to renovate my house, and now, I mean, all my walls are cracked. My roof is also damaged. The foundation, the walkway. So it's not just one thing. And to be honest with you, I need to do some work, but it's like I'm nervous because like I don't have money to keep spending to renovate the house, and my taxes, I'm paying over $10,000 for taxes. I mean, why am I paying that much money and not being able to live comfortable? So I think this administration needs to really take it serious. There's something you must be able to do for the residents of Paterson. It might not be your responsibility in a sense, but what is it that you can do to help us so that we can, live normal lives? We're not even asking so much. We just want to live a normal way. So again, it's been going on for many years. The water is not just since the storm or anything like that. It's been going on for a good while now, and the blasting is getting out of control. So please help us.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. I have a question.
We have contact. Okay, go ahead.
No, you can finish, because after you're done, there can't be a rebuttal, so you can finish.
Okay, so no, I'm saying that we have contacted Passaic Valley too, yeah, and they keep telling us to flush this thing, but I mean we're paying this monthly, we keep flushing. I mean every day are we going to be flushing the year? The lawyer came out and he's like, I mean whatever he says to do, I mean it doesn't make any sense. We need you guys to step up and help us so we can resolve this issue. Please, thanks.
So, Mr. Palmer, and then Councilman Velez is going to speak. I want you to totally understand that I think what you're all dealing with is very unfortunate, and it definitely needs resolve. So I don't want you to think that we are not concerned, and it's something that we're not going to handle, because we are. That's why the administration is on. The business administrator is on the call, and she's going to speak after. So I'm going to allow her to speak, because it sounds to me that there's a multifold issue there. You have the blasting, you have things that are going on with the foundation. Looks like there's some work being done by someone else. So it looks like they will have to talk to different entities of people, because there may be a plethora of concerns. So I'll let the business administrator speak at the end, and they'll make sure we will follow up tomorrow. We will be over in your neighborhood dropping off some cases of water, but our business administrator will reach out to you, and she will speak tonight as well to go over some of your concerns. Councilman Velez?
Yes, I just want to get the right spelling of this street. Graham, or Grant?
Granite, Granite. Do you want that to be on our tour tomorrow as well?
Of course. Let me tell you why. Because and the last speaker just stated. Now, this is a problem since 2013. We in 2020. This is when I find out. Thank you, Councilman Jackson, for bringing it forward. But 2013, and now we already had 3 mayors and probably and a couple councilmen and that have been sitting here. And this is the first time I'm hearing about this problem. Councilman Jackson, trust me, we're going to be all on this, but we're going to do it the right way. We're going to gather the right addresses, the right information. I know they have presented the water. If I had that water in my hand, I would do my own testing to see if there's kind of bacteria on it. Make sure that the health of the residents in the area will be okay. But we just find out today in a special meeting. I didn't know about this problem. So if we all work together, I know they will get the right answer. It's not what you say, it's how you say things. So we got to work together in this matter, Councilman Jackson, doing the right way, getting the right answers, and putting in place the right puzzle to get the right picture of the situation. So this is in 2013. We're not going to resolve everything today, but we're going to get some kind of action with this administration to get it to the bottom of the situation.
Council President. The last speaker, would you like to speak now, Councilman Jackson, or wait for the final speaker?
Just very quickly, because I want to make sure we keep things in context and not to negate what Councilman Velez is saying, because I agree this has been an ongoing issue. It's been brought to my attention by one of the members of this neighborhood, which recently all of you helped me bring forward a 4-way stop on the corner of their block as well. So when these constituents bring the issues to us, we address them as best as we can. The fact of the matter is, I cannot help the fact that the administration fails to answer to some of my requests, so I must do it in this platform so that the constituent voices are heard. I met on this block with the mayor, with one of his security members, with his Javier Fernandez, and also with Mr. Ben Siegelman from legal. They sat in this exact yard and they made a bunch of promises to these residents, and nothing has happened since. So it's not that this issue has not been brought to the attention of not only the board members at the Passaic Valley Water Commission, but also to this administration. We cannot ask why didn't the previous administration or why didn't the previous councilman answer these constituents' concerns. Right now, we have an administration in place that needs to answer to the concerns. You can't talk about 2014 or years past. The issues on hand right now, and the mayor himself has been made aware. So just so you know, Councilman, and so the rest of the public knows, as well as the BA or whoever needs to answer the call. This is not a council issue. It's not a legislative issue. And just for a point of clarity, Councilwoman Mims, I appreciate the gesture. Last week, I dropped off 50 cases of water. So if you want to bring another 50, or Councilman, the two of you guys want to collectively get to, or maybe Councilman Velez is in the fifth, but maybe you and Councilman and some of the other council at large want to bring 50 each, then I think these residents will have at least enough water to sustain until we can get these concerns answered. Maybe the BA wants to contribute a part of her salary to the
Well,
cause.
Councilman Jackson, I'm not going to put on record how many I'm bringing. I said I was bringing, and I'm not going to be put on the spot about a total number. So then it's stated later that I said a number. So, like I said to the residents,
I will, like how many residents they are.
I will definitely be over there tomorrow. Not just for the water, because that's one of the concerns, but more important, to help bring resolve once and for all. Councilman Jackson, I'm Councilwoman at large. I would love to partner with you in your ward to ensure when it comes to getting these type of situations resolved, I'm open and available. Madam Clerk, could you?
And also, I want to say that even I'm on the 5th, I could also help the 1st, and we'll make a 15 number on there.
Madam Clerk, our last speaker, please.
The last speaker, Madam President, is Leah James.
Hi, Ms. James, are you on?
Ms. James, are you there?
Can you press *3 on your phone, Ms. James? Ms. James?
She was disconnected from the line. She's here.
I hear her.
She's on now.
Hi,
Hi, Ms. James.
I'm Leah James. I'm at 178 Granite. I'm new to the neighborhood, but there are some concerns, my water. And the garbage, recycling. For last month, they sent out notices about it's going to be every other week. And then I have garbage that's sitting outside that does not get picked up at all. So we have every 1 week is bottles and glass. Next week is containers, cardboard and paper. And I'm seeing, stuff is just sitting out there. Then I get a notice from the mayor's office about violations, and they're not picking it up like they should be picking it up. I have called the recycling center. While my stuff is sitting out there, they said that somebody works to 5, and weekend, the garbage is coming. My water, I'm using bottled water to cook. I'm using bottled water to drink because I'm afraid to drink the water. I'm just, and being new to the neighborhood, my neighbors, we're trying to come together so that we can resolve this issue. So we have Michael Jackson here trying to help us, but then what's going to happen when this is all over? When this meeting is over, what is going to happen for us in this community?
Are you finished?
I mean, you can bring the bottled water, but then what happens after that?
You can't wash our clothes.
Are you finished?
No, so you can't wash
Yes.
Yeah. Because we just going to keep going on and on and on. We all have the same issue. What is going to happen after this? That's basically what I want to know. I'm finished.
Thank you. And I want to thank you and everyone that has called in on tonight. At this time, I'm going to let our business administrator speak because I want our business administrator to share, her thoughts and some of the things that they're going to do. First of all, they have to identify all of the concerns. They're going to have to send some people out there to find out what's going on, and then they'll develop a resolution. But Madam Business Administrator.
Madam President, before
One second,
you
Councilman
say,
Velez. 1 second, because they want to hear from the administration, so let me let the BA speak.
okay, all right, go ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Council President. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight and who called in. I have been listening. I have been taking notes. Now I hear that there have been a couple of conversations prior to this, so that's the first thing I'm going to do is follow up with the mayor, with the other folks from the administration who were mentioned by Councilman Jackson, to see if they're kind of what has been happening since then. But as Council President said, it does seem like this is an issue that is involving lots of entities. And I think that's where we are going to have to really advocate and press and get people together on this topic. Brainstone, the entity that has the quarry, I think is one of the first places that if there has been no outreach to them yet, I would like to talk with Corporation Counsel and have a conversation about how we are going to reach out to them about the blasting issue. Because if Passaic Valley Water continues to say that the issue is not necessarily with them, maybe the Brainstone issue, the blasting issue is not just affecting all your foundations and your houses, but it is what might also be affecting your water somehow. So I think, I will be working with Corporation Counsel, with some members of her team, with the mayor's office to figure out the next steps. But we will be doing that tomorrow. We will continue this conversation tomorrow, because you do not deserve to be living with brown water, and we will be working on this immediately.
And Madam BA, whatever steps were taken, can you just do an outline summary of what is taking place, copy the council on it so that we're privy to that information, so that if someone calls in, we can say on such and such date, these steps were taken. Also, I'm going to press to the administration, since I offer it, but I'm going to give it to the administration. The administration, if we from the administration can take water to these residents, Councilman Jackson said there's 50 cases that are needed. I'm going to push it to the administration to drop off some cases of water to these residents on tomorrow in this unfortunate situation. And maybe there can be a visit. Possibly, I'm not sure what the schedule is of the administration, but maybe Mr. Javier Fernandez or someone from the administration can go there in person and have a conversation, as well as deliver those cases of water. Councilman Velez?
Yeah, I know there's a topic that it was not addressed. This young lady mentioned about the recycling, and This is the first ward. And I hear it from the second, I hear it from the fifth, I heard it from everywhere. When we gonna catch up to have it right? Because I had a conversation today with the supervisor of recycling. We waiting for trucks, we waiting for employees, we waiting for this. Meanwhile, they changed the schedule. Somebody came and said this will work, and still haven't kicked off the right way. And I understand the complex of bottles today and carton tomorrow, but the problem is that today's carton boards and brushes and all that stuff, and I get calls and I get emails. I just got texts about zone not properly pick up the right way. If it's a problem of schedule, 421 is not making it, make it 8-chip hour. Try to do what you have to do. I need a clean operation recycling, because right now I have residents on 20th Avenue telling me that their bag of leaf are all over because the rain is all over. Now tomorrow it's going to be all wet. They're not going to pick it up because it's wet. So we need to get this recycling situation running the proper way. Is not acceptable. I will not accept it. I'm the chair of committee of DPW, and I took it in July. I want things to run the proper way. Madam BA, can you highlight where we at with the employee, with the hiring, with the trucks. So these residents could have, and those are viewing right now, could have a clear idea where we at.
Council President.
Hold on, Councilman, let her answer, please.
Councilman Velez, Madam BA, I would rather that be done in an outline step by step because it may be too much to go through. I know we've had some concerns throughout the entire city as far as recycling and with new trucks, capital improvement plans and so forth and so on. But I would really like to see, and Council President may have a different point when he's back, but I think that's something that should be outlined to the entire council. Some council members are not on.
Well, no, Council President, they make an announcement.
One second,
they make an announcement about 2 new trucks.
One second, Councilman Velez, right. The new trucks are not here now. They won't be here until the end of September, October. But I back to Madam BA, can we get an outline detail of the recycling, where we are, how we're gonna catch up on that? We know this is something that has been going across, all over. That's something else tomorrow if we're going over to Granite Avenue. If it has not been resolved, that's something that should be taking place as well when we go over to Granite Ave tomorrow. But definitely across the city line, there are definitely concerns as relates to recycling. And we need to communicate to the residents of the entire city where there are delays or there has not been pickup on how we're going to catch up, when is that going to take place, but a full explanation should be sent to the entire council. Councilman.
Madam President, at least give us a highlight because this young lady wanted an answer and at least a highlight. We're going to do this.
Velez, I just said to the BA that while they're going tomorrow, they can get resolution for them on tomorrow. They're going there. They can talk to the director of DPW in regards to that area to get resolved for that on tomorrow.
Well, I don't want to rely on something that probably they're not going to do tomorrow because what about those neighbors are going to be working, they're not going to be in the area, and they don't get the information right. I want the BA to tell us, the administration, I saw the mayor announcing 2 trucks. You're not going to announce something if it's not here. So I don't like that concept of thinking picture of 2 trucks of recycling and we don't have it in a row. We cannot talk about having employees picking up recycling when we haven't hired employees for recycling. Matter of fact, I saw employees that they work in one division, during the day, and they go do overtime and recycling in the afternoon. I don't know how that works.
Well, Council President, Mr. DPW Chair, I know that's some work that you're definitely going to be on top of because I know you do an amazing job in that committee. Madam BA.
Council President, thank you. I did want to just address, and I thank you for the opportunity for us to give you kind of the updated plan. And Corporation Council and our Chief of Staff have been working really hard on, as well as our office with DPW, in terms of trying to make the adjustments that are needed. The very first of these was posted, 5 vacancies were posted for jobs 2 weeks ago, and now people have applied for those jobs. Our DPW director is doing interviews, and we hope to have people hired into those positions as early as next week, once they do the drug testing and all of the personnel process. And that is going to have a huge impact because that's another truck that we'll be able to have out. That's some more bodies that we'll be able to have as replacements for people as they're calling in sick or they're calling in for other purposes, needing to use leave time. So I think that's our first step. We're also having conversations with our DCA monitors for a second wave of improvements that we're switching some of the part-time people into full-time, because exactly like you said, Councilman Velez, the volume of people and what the people recycling has gone up in recent years, and we haven't kept up the volume of our staff hours to cover that. And we have been utilizing, work from other divisions within DPW. And so that we're kind of going back and forth with projections with DCA, and in order to make that happen. And again, that's something that we're doing in collaboration with Public Works. They had further questions, our DCA monitors, and now we're kind of providing an updated report to them. So that's going to be the second step, as we also wait for these 2 extra trucks that are coming.
And Madam BA,
Thank you, Madam VA. Madam Clerk, at this point, Madam Clerk, can we close out the public portion? I know that was the last speaker. Can we close out public portion, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Madam President, public portion is now closed.
Can I get a motion to close?
Close.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Velez, second by Councilman Gilman. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Roll call to close the public portion. Councilman Abdulaziz. Councilman Charity.
Yes.
Councilwoman Cotton.
Yes.
Councilman Jackson.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. So before I vote, with all due respect, first and foremost, let me say this. I'm sorry. Councilman Velez, the job that you do with the DPW committee is commendable, and I have to say that it should not take place. Your job, you did your job, as we all did collectively. We provided the resources necessary for this administration to get new equipment, which is the trucks. And what's even more disappointing is that the members of a great deal, I think 100% of the workers at DPW have still yet to be compensated for their at-risk pay working during the COVID. So when you talk about this low morale in the department, and then this administration had the audacity to send citywide furlough notices, so we're cutting back on some employees, but yet we're going out to hire other employees. This is not an issue that took place this year. This has been an issue. This administration has been in place for over 2 years, and for them not to have the recycling division adequately manned, it speaks volumes. So the fact that residents are not getting the services, nobody wants to hear, well, we put out notice so we can hire new employees. The residents of the city don't want to hear that. What they want to know is, why aren't they getting the services that they're paying for? I'm a restaurateur. If a customer gets a burnt steak, I don't go out into the dining room and say, well, one of the burners isn't working correctly. What I do is I say, I'm terribly sorry for that. I go back in the kitchen and I make sure that they get the steak that they ordered. The residents here are entitled to certain services that they're just not getting. How long are we going to have excuses for recycling? It's not just in Granite Avenue. It's all over the entire community. Everybody's complaining about the same thing. And yet the employees are being mistreated, while all the members of the administration who don't even come into work, they work remotely from home, all make six-figure salaries, while members of DPW are still not being paid properly. That is what's disgusting, and that's a travesty. When are we going to provide the services? We as a council, we've done the job. We provide the resources so that we can purchase new trucks, and yet we don't have the employees of the manpower because this administration is called poor leadership. And this administration needs to step up and make a better effort and a better job at leading. You shouldn't have a councilman riding on the back of a recycling truck. And Councilman Velez, as often as I know you would do that, that's not the job that you're elected to do. Your job is to make sure that the administration has its resources and is held accountable. Lastly, Council President, I just want to say this. I did not say that 50 cases were required. I said I donated 50 cases. They may need hundreds of cases because their water issue, it's not just, we had 25 members of this neighborhood that was here. They all had to go take care of their family business. We have a member of 7 that managed to stay, but it's at least 25 to 30 households. So if you can bring 100 cases, 200 cases, whatever number is this administration would be willing to donate, as well as you, and I'll bring more as well, would be appreciated, because this, nobody should be left to live under these circumstances, to drink this, to ingest this, to have to bathe with this, to have to wash their clothes with this. This is unacceptable. And I don't care how long you've been in office, how long you've been appointed, how long you've been elected, if this right here isn't a matter of an emergency, then you're in the wrong position and you're doing the wrong thing. On that note, Madam Clerk, my vote is yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Velez?
One of the things I just want to say that before we close the public portion is that, you know, we could correct the overtime problem that DPW had if we start hiring those individuals in the right positions. That's the first thing. Now, this administration since 2016, and Councilman Jackson knows about it, every councilman knows about it, that since I'm here, 2016, they've been budgeting this position in DPW, that they haven't had the opportunity to get the green light to hire. It's all different. So if they hire now, it's already budgeted for many, many years already. Now they got the green light to hire them. And they had to ask for a waiver in DCA to hire those positions. So it's not going to be an extra for the budget. It's not money that we're going to put out there. Extra from the budget is already budgeted, like in the police department, like in the dispatch department, every division, like in the health department. There's positions that have been budgeted, but they have not been hired. So I wish this administration keep on knocking the door to DCA and getting the green light for hiring, okay, because it's already money that was budgeted for hiring has been sitting there for a long time. All right, so I know that's the process, and BA, I know you're going to do the best to get the DCA involved, to get the green light to hire, especially when we're in COVID-19. Regarding the aspect of the payment of hazard condition, you know, that's the one thing that you was going to get back to us. I know other cities have paid this. I don't know if that's contractual. I don't know if that's based on COVID grant. I don't know if that is on another grant or CDG money grant or whatever. Please try to bring that to conclusion, for people don't get the miscommunication of why we're doing this for them and not doing this for the others. So green light is there. I just want to see the results. And one thing Councilman Jackson said, that that's not our job to get in the truck. But when I say I got boots on the ground, if I had to take a suit away and clean a backyard and clean a house and clean a park and put my 50 cents to the need of the city, I will do so, because when I do that, I will take a problem from DPW and put it in another place while I take out my title councilman and I put my civil title as a community leader, and I don't look for any kind of compensation. I just do it because it comes from my heart. My vote is yes, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman. Council President.
And so there were a lot of requests that came through, whether through our residents or through the city council members. Madam VA, please, can we respond sooner than later, especially to the residents on Granite Avenue with the brown water? I think, as I said before, I think there are different entities involved in this concern. I don't want it to be that we have to take cases of water there every single day. We just need to resolve it. So let's take care of that. Let's make sure tomorrow, Councilman Velez, text me tonight or in the morning what time you want to go, and go by Tyrone Collins Park, as well as go up to the residents of Granite Avenue to make sure that we do our due diligence as we're out there in the community. Madam Clerk, you have something?
Council President, yes, if I could just address one issue there, the councilman.
Can you wait a second, Madam?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So let me just finish. Madam Clerk, my vote is yes.
Thank you, Council President. The votes are 5 yeses, 3 absent. Let the record reflect that the third ward is currently vacant. The public portion is hereby closed.
Thank you. Madam VA, before we go into closeout vote.
Sure, and thank you, Council President, and Councilman Velez. I just wanted to make note of that, the concept of the hazard pay. I did share with the entire council when we asked this question for the CARES dollars, it is not something that we can do across the board, and public works employees are not included in the people who are eligible. for hazard pay. We understand there, and there's a lot of people who've been working in the city throughout this this whole pandemic. And but I just wanted to make sure you knew that is something that has been made explicit from the, and they're just following the guidelines of the federal government from the U.S. Department of Treasury, who is able to receive the hazard pay and who is not.
So is that a title of essential worker?
It doesn't go by essential worker. They have created certain categories that, and I share this information with you from the Treasury guidelines, and it's public health, you know, kind of medical personnel. There are limited categories that are listed in it, and so it's something that we can't do for even for some of the employees who've worked the hardest, including a lot of our public works staff. So I wanted to just clarify that. That's the reason why we haven't moved forward with this.
But I just want to put on a little bit concern here.
One second, Councilman Velez.
Yeah.
Madam BA, just to piggyback from Councilman Velez, I would definitely like to see the definition of what is being identified as those individuals that are able to receive this level of pay.
Yep, I can reshare that with you.
And also, I would like to see who made the decision so that whatever layer of government it is, that we can challenge it. Some of these workers have been on the front line from the very moment of Corona back in March, around the 16th of March. And some of them were some of the only people that were out there in addition to police and fire. And I just think that it's just unfortunate that we're not going to be providing any type of compensation to some of the workers, DPW and other employees that have been here and have not had any level of a break. So I would like to see the definition of those individuals that we're saying can receive and can't receive. I want to know who made the decision. So we need to write letters and emails. We can do that effective immediately. And then if we need to do a letter on behalf of the council, everybody can sign it and we stand in unison on that. We have to make sure that we take care of those individuals that have been on the front line to ensure that we have been safe and protected from this vicious virus known as COVID-19.
Yes, and I'm going to use two words Madam BA just used right now. It matters of public safety and public health.
Right.
But if you look at the word public health, public safety, we use the police and the fire. But if you look at the word public health, if the garbage is not collected, if the essential work that they were doing, maintaining our street clean, there will be a pandemic of garbage and a lot of public health situation out there if that's going to happen. So I don't know where it falls essential between public health, collecting garbage, doing the sanitation, street cleaning falls into public health. If it maintain it clean, you need those employees in there.
Right, and Council President, I'm just relaying the decision was made through the county officials, but they were using the guidelines put forward by the U.S. Department of Treasury. And when they speak about public health, they're making a very specific category of doctors, public health officials, people, you know, nurses who are working in assisted living, you know, kind of facility. There are these categories. I will reshare the document that I had sent to you guys, including there was a very specific question and answer. All the municipalities are able to ask questions to the county before we apply for, you know, or spend money that just to make sure that we know it would be reimbursed. And this question was asked in particular, and it was responded to in one of their question and answer documents. So I will share that. That's what I have forwarded in the past, and that's what I will share again.
Madam BA, there's a word about.
Wait, Councilman, I apologize. We are currently out of compliance. There is not a quorum.
Not a quorum?
There's only 4 council people in here. We are not we're out of compliance.
So when we could sign a violation of those councilmen that leave a meeting?
Did Councilman Jackson leave?
See, so we're not compliant. So we have to what?
So then we have to end this meeting abruptly now that we've been identified that the council person left.
Where's Councilman Al?
Yeah, that's another thing. He left
a while earlier, but Councilman Jackson was on, and we had a quorum. He's no longer on. So, Madam Clerk, I am moving to close this meeting out abruptly. We're at a point where there's no quorum. Any discussion at this point is null and void. Thank you so much for watching.
This is a shame. This is a shame.
Okay. Motion to adjourn the special meeting.
So moved.
Motion,
So moved.
make the motion, Madam Clerk.
Who moved it? Sorry.
I moved it, Madam Clerk, because one of the council members left, and second by Councilman Velez and Councilman Gilman Chowdhury.
Roll call to close a special meeting of August 25th, 2020. Councilman Abdulaziz is absent. Councilman Charity?
Yes.
Councilman.
Let me just ask Councilman, did Councilman Al told you he was leaving the meeting? I mean, Councilman Al-Police, he told you he was leaving?
No, Councilwoman Cotton. Him, neither Councilman Jackson. No, they did not.
Okay.
Councilwoman Cotton?
That would be nice. If you're gonna leave the meeting, please let the council president know that you're leaving the meeting. Even if you have to text her on the telephone, at least let her know that you're leaving the meeting. Can I make my announcement? I got 3 announcements I need to make.
We can't do that.
Can't do anything.
That's so sad. Come on, somebody come. Oh goodness. We can't. I mean, we gotta close the meeting. You said you can't. I don't know why you can't make an announcement. The meeting's over anyhow.
All right, yeah.
Because we're out of.
Quorum.
I'm just making an announcement.
We don't have a quorum. We're out of compliance and we're on live. So we do not want any legality issues for the city. And so I'm asking everyone just to vote to close to avoid any legal issues or ramifications upon the city of Paterson.
I just want to remind council members, if you're going to leave the meeting, please let council president know that you're leaving the meeting, please. We don't want to get caught up in not doing the right thing in our meeting. Madam Clerk, since I can't make my announcement, my vote is yes.
Councilman Jackson, he left. Councilman Velez?
Let the record reflect, Madam Corporate Counsel is still here. Madam Corporate Counsel, a lot of people like to apply Robert Rules of Order. I want you to look into the legality of an individual leaving a meeting and breaking the quorum and bring the sanction or ethic on it and put it in place. Please give us a report what should be followed after this embarrassing moment for this council. And it is not acceptable. My vote is yes.
Thanks, Councilman. Council President.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Madam Clerk, for tonight. Thank you to the council members that are here to do the city business, Madam BA, Madam Corporation Counsel. Have a great evening, everyone. Let's keep praying. Life is very short. Every day we have to live life like it's golden and make sure we love hard and make it easy that it's not hard to love. My vote is yes. God bless everybody and God bless the great city of Paterson.
Thank you, Council President. The votes are 4 yeses, 4 absent. Let the record reflect the 3rd ward is vacant. The special meeting of August 25th is hereby adjourned.
I need the rules tomorrow.
Good night.
Good evening, everybody.
You too.